Today, we're going to take a peep at some college football and NFL lookahead lines, find some winners for tonight, and let's cash a squad ride. This is Behind the Lines. A kid in full hockey fit pulls up and sits right in front of you, and you can't see a thing. This might be more of a me guy move than just bringing your glove to a game. At least your glove is not right in the people behind you's face. I'm not trying to grow my bones anymore. My bones are grown, bro. I don't need to drink milk. I'm not a baby. You know who drinks milk? Babies and children. I don't put milk in my coffee. I drink black coffee like a grown-up. He ain't throwing a pick. If I could speak another language, I'd say it in that one too. It's time to dust off old Krabs again, take the less than half a pick, and f***ing cash would be tonight. Tail it, fade it, I don't give a shit. I'm making money on it. What's going on, chat? Happy BTL Wednesday, episode 827 piece. As always, hold the fry, joined by our two hosts, Krabs and Jovan, presented by Bookit Sports. If you are not tracking your bets on Bookit, you're not using Bookit every day, like me, like Jovan, like the rest of the Bookit Squad, like Goots, what are you doing? Start using Bookit today. Go download that puppy right now before you forget. Start tracking your bets over there on Bookit, or using it for the other 100-plus features they have on that glorious, beautiful app. Bookit. Go check it out yourself. I promise once you do, you're going to use that puppy every single day, just like us. Bookit. Jovan, Goots, Chat. How we doing on a Wednesday morning/afternoon?
We be cashing, Crab.
He be cashing, dude. I'm up and moving.
We be fucking cashing. Let's go ZC Nukes at a boy. Adolis HRR against the Rangers opening day. Wow, is that their matchup? Opening day.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Right.
Little revenge narratives. Surely that hits ZC Nukes. Yep. Fuck a sale job.
Fucking cashing.
Speaking of fucking cashing, let's look at the squad ride from yesterday. We be fucking cashing.
Yeah, the Gamecocks. All but one of them.
We literally be fucking cashing. Shout out Jack State. A lot of heart being shown on that field from the Gamecocks without their star running back who decided to be a me guy. And that's life in the big 2025, right? It's me guys over here on the left, me guys over here on the right. There's too many me guys to count at this point. It's the me guy epidemic it's out of control.
Krabs nightmare.
It's out of control. It's something that it keeps me up at night. The me guys are growing at an alarming rate, and you hate to see it. You hate to see it. Cam Cook, he got a phone call from his brother's fish's cousin's uncle's owner's friend right before the game, and turns out he could not play in that game last night after he warmed up with pads. So I don't know what his excuse was. I don't know if he knows where he's going to play next year, and it's probably a better school, and they probably recommended he doesn't play in this bowl game, and he probably waited till the last second and faked an injury. I don't know what it is. I don't care. They didn't need me guy Cam Cook. They went out there and got it done without him. Shout out the Gamecocks. Shout out Jacksonville State. And fuck Cam Cook. He's a me guy.
Yeah.
He's a me guy.
Me guy. You wouldn't have shocked me if you told me he was out and out like a couple days ago.
Yeah, weeks ago.
Yeah, but warming up. I mean, he's going to play, warming up in pads, and then just takes them off, comes out in street clothes. I was incredibly confused, as I'm sure we all were, but
yeah, you don't see that very often.
Didn't need him.
Did not even need him, chat. What we do need is some Big Cheesy in the chat. W's. Those take mini ketchup bottles from hotels or big me guys. Is that a me guy move, Big Cheesy? I feel like they've got enough mini ketchups.
Could be me guy move. Remember you saying.
It might be a me guy move. You're right.
I don't want to get too far off this game, though, because I would love to recap the rest of the Sharp report here. That might have been the best square I've ever placed from you, Krabs.
Wow.
I'll say it.
Wow.
I'll say it, that you had last night in this game.
Let's take a peep at the Sharp report. Well, didn't have many green plays, so I'm happy that Caden Creel came through. How many yards did he have?
I was looking for the final tally because he didn't cross zero for a while. He still didn't. He had -10.
-10 yards.
-10 yards.
I'll be honest, I did not know it was that good of a square.
Yeah. He was in
That
the
is
negatives
insane.
like all game.
That's insane. I mean, the thing about college football is that sacks count. So, you take a couple sacks. Next thing you know, you're in the negatives. I mean, that's absurd. He got bumped up to like 108.5
Yeah.
when we were on the show yesterday. And still, Caden Creel couldn't even end in a positive number for his rushing yards. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Especially with
and without
no
their star
Cam
running
Cook.
back.
You would think
no
that they
Cam
run
Cook, right? Caden Creel's going to go off for 200 yards on the
Yeah.
ground. He's going to be their guy. Well, he was their guy, but luckily there was not a ton of offense in that game. Negative 10 yards. That might be the square of the millennium.
Of the millennium.
Now, Keldon Johnson, on the other hand, not so good.
Yeah.
Not so good.
Happens.
Keldon Johnson made to 3. Not ideal.
I don't think he made another shot.
Probably not.
He did at the end.
Probably not. Shout out Jamie Ray Sisson as well for getting involved, giving Tyler Johnson a subby. W. Jamie Ray, we appreciate you. W. Turner Mac, 3-stream streak. We appreciate you as well. Dubs.
Dubs.
Let's recap King of the Board and see how we did overall. Jovan in the win column, just a great fade. Fade the most popular square on Prize Picks. Probably a smart move.
Yeah, it was out of your book.
Yep, and it worked. Shocker. I'm over here getting cute, fading Melvin Council against Towson, who, again, I'd love to have a convo with who set that spread at 15.5. Should have been 25.5. I don't get it. I don't get it. And Kansas was splooging from 3. Melvin Council was splooging from 3. And Kansas, before that game last night, was ranked 140th in the country at 3-point percentage. Well, it certainly did not look like it in that game against Towson last night because they were raining 3s and might have been due for some positive regression. Write that one down, chat. They might have been due for some positive regression because they absolutely went off and Towson looked terrible. Terrible bet from me. Wrote a 700-word article about it. Waste of an hour. Waste of time. Terrible play. But at least we got the squad right. Okay, that's all that matters.
Yeah, chat, or I guess not fully chat, but whoever's on Twitter.
Yeah,
right
W chat, W Twitter for clicking the right option yesterday because they had to weave through some cake. Wright State was up there. That was a horrendous play that was never green ever.
We were never getting 2.
No. Did the South Carolina Clemson overhit?
Did not. It was always South Carolina.
So you're telling me the only winner in the squad ride poll from yesterday was the Gamecocks? Yep.
Those Gamecocks, yeah.
Yep.
Not
the South Carolina Gamecocks, the Jacksonville State Gamecocks. W, pick from the chat. Stay hot, whatever you guys are doing. Keep doing it.
It's working.
Keep doing it. Don't change. Don't get complacent. Don't get lazy. Okay, whatever you've been doing, keep doing it because we are now 12-4. Sure. In the month of December. 12-4. Yeah. 12-4. 12-4. 12-4 is a really good record. A really good record. Shout out the chat.
Especially with Santa coming.
Santa's coming to town.
You got to pay for presents, man. My pockets are leaking.
Gifts are not cheap.
No.
Gifts are not cheap at all.
Gifts are not cheap in the Big 2-5. They're not cheap. They're not cheap. All right. Yeah, great job weeding out the cake. Like Matt Gauthier said in the chat, could not agree more. X-Polls are staying hot. All right. Did Melvin Council hook over too? Was it barely even
I think
over?
so.
Oh,
I think he had 15. Yeah.
15,
Nice.
yeah, so close, but yeah.
Awesome. Love that. Love that. Great. Well, on that note, we'll bounce back with some King of the Board W's, or at least I will. Jovan already did yesterday. Keep a lookout for the King of the Board graphic this afternoon. I'm assuming we'll each have at least a square. Maybe not. You don't have to, but decent college basketball slate today. So we'll see.
No.
We'll see.
University of Ohio fired their head coach.
Football?
Football?
Wow.
So you're talking football, KP? Shout out Sade with 5 gifted. Death Texas Sade. Let's go.
Let's go, Sade.
Hemi.
Oy.
Dude, that's actually unbelievable.
What did they fire coach for?
I don't know. And you know what that means, Krabs? That means we're going to be missing the Frisco Bowl with coach fired system. Because that's the second one that's on the 23rd. That is knuckle.
That's beat. That's beat. But what's not beat is Sade coming in with a 5-unit sub well. So appreciate you, Sade, trying to make it up for the squad here. Serious professional misconduct, they're saying?
So he's Sharon.
Could have been a Sharon Morsich, huh?
Yeah.
Might have been banging his assistant.
Bitch.
There's like 5 things you can't do as a coach, and that's one of them. And why are they doing it?
Dude, you can have side pieces anywhere in the world except in your office.
Different levels of horniness
Yeah,
from these coaches.
we just gotta be
Different
better.
levels.
I wonder what he did. I'm interested to figure that out.
Yeah, I mean, with the timing, it's probably that.
Yeah.
It's probably that. All right. Any clips from the Christmas gift exchange? Yeah, did we not post any of those?
No, we have it recorded. Got to edit them up.
Yeah, those will be out relatively shortly.
Yep. They didn't like my gift too much, but I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. They did not like my gift too much. All right. JJ Miles with a 75 stream streak. Wow. JJ, you're him. Let's go, JJ Miles. Danny Yeet. What's up, Danny Yeet? 21, get involved with a 35 stream streak as well. W's, gents, we appreciate you getting involved on these stream streaks. If you guys have a stream streak in the chat, let us know. I want to shout you guys out. I should have gotten him V8. It was not V8. I'm not going to spoil it. You guys can check out the clip once we post that puppy. Okay? All right. Awesome. Well, I'll tell you what. We got a lot to get to today. Plenty of games on. We got a couple college football games, couple NBA games, NHL games I'm not allowed to bet on. And it's going to be tough because there's a game I really do like and a Prize Pick Square I really do like. And you guys could probably guess, if you know me, what it is. But I'm going to try to be good and have some self-control today because the ban does not lift on the ice until tomorrow. So no hockey for me, but would love to hear Jovan's thoughts on the ice. And then we've got a decent, nothing great, but decent college basketball slate for today as well. A lot of shit games, but a lot of games. A lot of games and plenty of opportunities to make money.
God.
So,
looking at the hockey slate for tomorrow,
hmm.
we might need to extend the ban one more
Oh, boy.
day. There's a grouping of games here that I know you're somehow going to find a play in one of them, and they're just begging for cake.
I mean, Sabres
Flyers,
versus Philly. I'll tell you that much.
Rangers, Blues is just, that's a Krabs 2-piece. Even CBJ Wild, you can include that game. You're somehow going to find a play in one of those 3 games.
Yeah.
And it is just.
I mean, Calgary is laying minus 170. What is Calgary doing laying minus 170 to anybody?
I mean, they're cracking her knock.
They got a much better record.
Oh, not much better.
Better.
Yeah.
Huh. Ottawa, maybe? Minus 175. I have to pull out a greaser on the ice for tomorrow. Maybe get Ottawa, Buffalo, Calgary involved. Some of these plays are too juicy. All right. Well,
we got to stop.
We'll save that for tomorrow.
We got to stop them.
We'll save that for tomorrow. Again, we got plenty of games to talk about for today. And I also want to go over some look-ahead lines, look at some of the weekend's college football and NFL lines as well, like we typically do on a Wednesday. So certainly excited for that. So no need to beat around the bush anymore. I'll quit yapping. Let me go ahead and hop in, take a peep at the Sharp Report for today, pull up our favorite straight bets. We'll get to the Prize Pick Squares here in a moment, but it starts where everything should start, and that's in blue-collar Virginia with ODU. The Monarchs. Shout out the Monarchs for bringing back their coach. I mean, ODU is honestly on the come-up right now. Their college football program is solid. Their basketball team has some work, certainly, to do, but their college football team is in a really good spot. Their coach just signed an extension. He's done a really good job. I thought the Hokies were going to try to poach him, but they did not. He ended up re-signing there for a couple years, and he's done a really good job rebuilding this Monarchs program. And I'm excited to bet on them. They are actually opened up plus 7.5 in this game, and they've moved down to, I believe, plus 3 from plus 7.5, which is crazy. So really big line move. And like I talked about yesterday with these bowl games, you could pretty much lean into those 4+ line moves and find a lot of success in these bowl games. And here's another one for you with that line move from 7.5 to 3. And again, I don't think Colton Joseph's even going to play in this game. And
not a quarterback playing.
Yeah, the fact that that line is moving that direction that much, 4.5 points with no Colton Joseph, their best player, I feel like is pretty telling, to be honest with you. Looks like it's going to be Quinn Hennicle.
Lamar.
Quinn Hennicle, the freshman from PA, getting the start in this game. Yeah, more of a runner than a passer. And he does have a completely red interception square up there, but again, it's
Staring.
a BS square because
He's not
he
playing any
gets
of these
a
games, really.
snap or two a game at the end of a game in a blowout, and it makes the chart look like he's going out there not throwing a pick ever, but he really doesn't play much. So
Yeah.
Quinn's going to get the start for ODU. Seeing them down to +3 with the backup QB in is pretty crazy. But again, if you can find any sort of stability in these bowl games, you need to lean into it because this ODU team, after they just re-signed their coach, they're going to be highly motivated. So some of these kids are going to be trying to come back next year. I'm sure some others will be looking to get their bag in the portal and go somewhere else. But those kids, I'm sure, are going to give some effort tonight in this game to try to put on some good tape for their next school. So either way, you're looking at some motivated kids, some motivated players, and a coach who's going to be locked in after he just got re-signed, not looking at where he's coaching at next year, right? So go ahead and give me the Monarchs in this game. I'll take the dog here who's catching some crazy steam in this early bowl game for tonight. I think it's a 4 p.m. Central start.
Yeah.
And looks like you might be able to grab 3.5 right now as well. So if you can grab 3.5, great, grab it. If not, grab the +3. I don't think it matters. I grab whatever has the best odds because I think they either probably win this game outright or they get blown out without Colton Joseph. So yeah, go ahead and give me ODU and USF. I believe is there. Are they letting their coach this game or
No, everybody's gone.
Whole team is gone?
Not whole team, but good part of it. Whole coaching staff's gone. Byron Brown's gone. They're missing a couple O linemen, a couple D linemen, wide receiver.
Yeah.
So they're not gutted, but probably as
A little
close
gutted.
as you could be. Plus, Gaston can't throw the ball more than like 5 yards.
They're a little gutted, to say the least, as we get a subby coming in from Keys. Let's go, Keys. That could be Arlandis Keys, the best player on Mount St. Mary's. That could be Keys.
There's no way we snuck that in there.
That could be Keys. Keys 415. We appreciate you, Beast. W 12-month resub. Let's go, Keys.
God,
Sure we can. What?
just the sneak.
Sure.
Snuck some Virginia mentions in there early. Went
Always.
right into the mount. I mean, this is a masterclass.
Always. Appreciate you noticing. Yep. Krabs, you see that Monmouth line? Dumb smooth. I don't think I saw that Monmouth line. I'm assuming you're talking about college basketball. I don't think they're in the FCS for football. Do we have FCS football tonight, or is that the weekend?
They're in the FCS, but there's nothing tonight now.
Yeah, okay. You're talking about Monmouth sitting at +1.5 against Quinnipiac, with Quinnipiac's won 4 games in a row, and Monmouth sucks. Yeah, I see it. And that looks identical. That actually looks like an identical play to Wright State yesterday. So that kind of scares me a hair, but I mean, yeah, could certainly go back to the well there and not hear no bell. And Monmouth is definitely to play there on the spread or the ML. You just want to cut the shit. All right.
Yep.
Awesome. We'll have some time, hopefully, to take a peep at some of these other college basketball games for tonight as well. For now, let's swing it around. I want to hear Jovan's first sell job on his book play for tonight.
I think Bama drops some nut, Krabs.
Really? Yeah. See, I
Yeah.
hate this play, I'll be honest.
I know.
Get right out
I
of the way.
I think a lot of people do. I've seen USF on the feet a little bit, and I understand why. Like, Bama is a very streaky team. USF's one of the only mid-majors, I guess you can say, that has the capability on paper to run with Bama. Now, like, I don't really think they do in reality, because sure, they can keep pace, but I don't think they have the matchups across the floor to actually be successful. And I'm not going to act like Bama's the biggest team in the world, but one of the reasons I thought, like, similar type game, Utah State, when that was that insanely weird line, like, they're also a fast team that chucks a lot of threes. So, like, USF matched up well with them. Utah State shot horribly on the road. It was their first time going on the road, but Utah State doesn't really have like a 4 or a 3 with size. We'll talk about one of them when we get to prize pick squares, but Bama does. So, like, Utah State has almost no capability, and obviously they're not as good a team, but has almost no capability to do anything in the paint or in the half court against USF. They decide to run and shoot. Bama can do a little bit of that, and I think there's a couple guys that'll do it, and we'll talk about, again, when we get to the squares. But I don't think, especially coming off of a dog meat performance where, I mean, they got punked, but they also played one of many of the murderers row of teams that has just an elite paint presence, a lot of size on the inside, so it's challenged their guys. They got pinholed into just shooting a bunch over a really good perimeter defense. USF is not that, obviously. They're one of the worst three-point defenses in college basketball, and Alabama is significantly better, if you can believe that. I think this is a spot where USF goes into Tuscaloosa and gets absolutely shelled.
Wow. Okay. Jovan calling a shot. Thinks USF is fake sharp on this beautiful Wednesday night. All right. Well, I'm staying off of this game, so I'll be rooting for you. Let's just hope Joseph Pinion, CJ Brown, Isaiah Nelson, Wes Enos don't splooge.
Yep.
And it's Alabama who's splooging at home. Okay. All right.
Need that.
Yep. Goots, do me a favor if you're around, swing that puppy around. I want to go ahead and go over my next straight bet here. And we're staying on the gridiron for my plays. Give me Delaware. Give me Mini Coochie on the spread plus 2.5. This is the name game of probably the millennium, honestly. You got Mini Coochie, the QB of Delaware. I mean, I'll let that speak for itself. And then you've got Lunch Winfield. Goots guy Lunch Winfield, under center for ULL. So you got Lunch Winfield going against Nick Mini Coochie. Okay, name game of the decade.
What a game.
And I'll go ahead and back Mini Coochie here in this spot. Loving Mini Coochie in Delaware, who are plus 2.5. I believe they're down from plus 3.5. Shout out this Delaware team for having a pretty good inaugural season in the FBS after getting the call up. Delaware's been pretty good. They're 6-6. They've been very inconsistent, I will say. They've had some games where they pulled off some upsets, put up some really good performances offensively, like in their last game where they put up a 61 piece against UTEP. This team can certainly score, and Mini Coochie can huck that thing. Now, they've had some bad losses as well, and they've had some embarrassing losses. They lost to Sam Houston outright as 11.5-point favorites. That's unacceptable. And they gave up, close to 60 points in a couple games as well this season. So it's, a tale of two different squads pretty much for this Delaware team, where sometimes you get their best and they look great. They're putting up a bunch of points. Their defense shows up relatively. And sometimes they just get absolutely mollywopped. Well, looking at the spreads and knowing the spot here with a lot of guys returning for this Delaware team for this bowl game, a lot of the starters playing in this bowl game for Delaware, which is rare in the Big 2-5, I want to back the Blue Hens. Okay, and Joe Flacco is not walking through that door, but Mini Coochie is certainly good enough to put some points up for this Delaware Blue Hens team in a game with a total up to 61.5, which is insanely high for a bowl game. And I want to fade the Raging Cajuns coming off of 4 straight wins. And fade Mr. Lunch Winfield, who's been pretty good this season when he's gone in there and played. I know he didn't start the whole year, but he's been pretty good. But the last couple games, he's come back down to earth. He only had 82 passing yards in that last game against ULM. And I think Delaware's defense has a chance to at least limit Lunch's success in this game and potentially win outright. So, yeah, I'll back Mini Coochie. I'll back Delaware in a sharp spot here in this bowl game tonight to cover that small spread down in Mobile, Alabama.
Yeah, Lunch a little hurt too. I mean, seems like he's going to play, God knows, with the injury reports we get for any games, but especially bowl games. But same situation as we saw in, I forget where that game was last night, but Goose Crowder came out and he was injured coming into the game and then got hurt on the first drive.
Yeah.
Which
he only played 6 plays, I think.
Probably helped, but
yeah,
who knows if we see another situation like that, hindered or hampered guy, or maybe he doesn't make it all the way through the game.
Yep. Damn, Phil's had class with Joe Flacco, 2 legends. Let's go, Phils.
Wow,
good to see you, Phils.
Ravs.
And yeah, sorry if you hear them splooging.
What
outside.
could he be splooging about right now?
We're definitely not watching BTL. I couldn't give 2 shits about BTL going on right now.
They don't want to be cashing, man.
Yeah, they don't want to be fucking cashing.
They won't be fucking cashing. That's for sure. All right. Awesome. Let's move. Want to hear Jovan's second straight bet. How about an under?
An under. Sure,
Rare.
Krabs loves to see this, but this is a hot topic game today, I guess, because Arizona State's been fantastic, and I think a lot of people kind of get the sentiment that they're going to get blasted here. I don't really think so, and I think this more than what we've seen so far, especially from the UCLA side, because this team is not Mick Cronin defense. They're not a bad defensive team either. Like, they've been scoring a lot more points. They're, I guess, big men especially are not the defenders of like some of the other guys we've seen in past years, but they're still serviceable. And the one place that I think Arizona State can hang in this game is because they also have a pretty decent and athletic, I guess, guys in the interior between whether you have Dioptre or I don't even know how to say the foreign guy's name, Gerboji or whatever it is, but they have size, they have athleticism. Those are guys that can defend the rim, protect the rim at a pretty good level, and it especially helps when you have guys that are dominant scoring on the inside that UCLA has with a couple of different guys you could put in there. So I think this game's going to be a little low and slow. I don't think Arizona State's going to get blown out, but I do have questions about their offense because, like, Donovan Dent doesn't fit. Like, when you talk about UCLA on that side, it's like, what are you going to have to do in this system? It's, I guess, give it to the bigs and let them work. I don't know how well it's going to work against Arizona State. Mo Odom wants to play a little bit faster of a game too. All the slower games he's been in, like it's late in the shot clock, just chuck it up. So like on either side, I don't know. You kind of need, if you want these offenses to splooge, to have like a pretty good reliance on Mo Odom or Donovan Dent. And I don't know that you get that in this game, which is probably why the total sitting where it is after Arizona State has been splooging points. They've been one of the most efficient offenses in the entire Big 12 so far, and that's with a lot of really fucking good teams, a lot of top 15 teams in the Big 12. Granted, they've had some softer matchups, but regardless, they've been super efficient, and the defense really hasn't been there. This is the game I think you see it.
Okay.
I'm taking this under.
Like this under. Like damn near every under. I also like UCLA. Thought that was a big number. Maybe it's fake sharp. Maybe UCLA, maybe Mick Cronin's boys are getting some, respect that they probably shouldn't be at this point because maybe they're just not that good. But they are coming off a loss. They hung around against Gonzaga. They covered against Gonzaga. They lost by 10 in a hard-fought battle against one of the best teams in the country. I kind of like UCLA opening up at -9.5. But I could certainly get down with this under as well. I thought that was some disrespect to Goots' Sun Devils.
I mean,
ASU's Sun Devils
coming off a crazy win. They were down 20 at half, and they came back with Bobby Hurley ejected.
Yep.
Yeah.
Against Santa Clara. Yep.
Yeah.
That was absolutely nuts.
Yep. Their strength of schedule, the Sun Devils, their record's great. Their strength of schedule is pretty shit. They really have not played many great teams. So, Mo Odom is a stud. He's awesome. He's fun to watch.
Yep.
Arizona State might be back on the hardwood. Hurley might have saved his job for now. But that looked like a big old spread from the Bruins. And we've seen this before with UCLA, where they get a lot of line respect. They were just ranked recently, so they get, respect.
Yeah. Undefeated at home so far, too.
Okay.
A couple of those losses were neutral court. I think all of them were neutral court.
Huh. Yeah. I'm probably not going to play it, but I thought that was a big spread. Might just be too much leftover respect for the Bruins. All right. I like that under from you. We'll circle back to that play on the ice. Excited to hear that sell job. For now, let's stay in college basketball, and let's keep talking about some unders. And I got another nasty one here for you. Air Force, who is really, really bad. Really bad. They are really bad at basketball. If you guys have not had the opportunity to watch them this season, you're lucky because they are atrocious. This Air Force team, they don't score. They play a little bit of defense. They held their opponent. They held Navy to 61 points in a loss in their last game. That's actually pretty impressive for them. They haven't played in 10 days as well, which is pretty weird. San Diego State hasn't played in 7 days as well. That's kind of weird.
In finals.
It could certainly be some rust. Coming back from finals here. And what does San Diego State have to get up for in this game, right? They've won 3 of their last 4. They're getting back on the right track here. Coach Dutch has his squad locked in right now. And what do they have to get up for against an Air Force team that is not too exciting to face, right? Not a big, scary opponent looking at you in the face before tip-off here. It's really just a sleepy spot for San Diego State at home. And I want to fade their offense after a splooge fest in their last game against Lamar. Shout out Gooch, shout out Lamar. 89 points they scored against Lamar in their last game. I know that was a week ago, but they've been scoring some points so far this season. They scored 77 the game before that. They've hit the over in 3 of their last 4 games. I'm going to fade their offense. I'm going to fade Miles Bird. I'm going to fade Dixon Waters and both these offenses here. And Air Force is coming back down to earth after a couple wins against horrendous opponents like IUPUI, so you can't even really count those. But 4 straight losses in a bunch of low-scoring games. They've hit the under in 3 of their last 4. So I just don't know if this Air Force team is capable of scoring against the Aztecs, who we know their middle name is defense. That is a tough matchup for the Air Force Academy to head out there to San Diego and be competitive in this one. And if you go look at the college basketball tab on Prize Picks, you will notice 6 of the top 10, I just counted, W mental math, 6 of the top 10 squares in college basketball are Air Force players. What is going on? There's also a San Diego State guy thrown in there as well, BJ Davis. Sure, not surprised. He's been splooging and only is at 12.5 points in a very green chart. So 7 of the top 10 most popular squares on Prize Picks for college basketball are in this Air Force and San Diego State game. And if you look at the chart for all these squares, which are mainly point squares, you'll notice that all the charts are green as heck. And most people are probably taking the more thans because they look free. Look at what these teams have done in recent games. Like that Caleb Walker square we'll talk about in a moment. Looks like the freest square of all time.
Yeah, did you see what Trent said?
No.
He placed some random 4-man last night that he sent, and he put like 2 goalies in there, and then he put 2 CBB squares that he thought were last night.
Oh, yeah, because that square was on the pop tab since yesterday.
Well, he was tailing you from like what he saw on the feed, so he took that less than, and then I think it was Masamba Diop
Yeah,
or
he took
something.
Diop
less than points. So he's got that out for today.
Okay.
He was bitching when he found that out that they were out last night.
Okay. Yeah, we'll talk about that Caleb Walker square in a moment. But guys, they're not putting 7 of the top 10 popular squares for college basketball up there when all the charts are green, and we're not getting a 200-point over in this game. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. And that's the sell job on that puppy, and that's baseball.
That's baseball.
That's baseball.
Goots knows all about that, man.
Yep.
All about it.
Yep.
That's just baseball.
All right, let's hear this King sell job.
Yeah, that's a nasty one, Krabs, that I'm sure you would not mind. The Kings, just unbelievable. They've been playing like Kings hockey as of late, super low-scoring games. They've had a couple unders in a row. They've lost all those games. They've lost 2 of the last 3 in overtime against the Flames, against the Kraken, and then it all kind of fell apart. And Forsberg had to be a net against Dallas, lost 4-1 here. But now they go back-to-back in the Florida road trip. They're playing the Panthers tonight. They're playing the Lightning Wednesday. I think they're winning one of, if not both of those games. And I think the first one comes tonight against the Panthers, which gross like setup for today because you might get Forsberg again. You might even get Phoenix Copley, who they just called up because Kemper, I guess, got like hit in the head. So he just got put on the IR before this game. So buying a little bit of bad news. But now you get to play a Panthers team that's been like incredibly spotty. They've been heating up as of late, playing really good hockey. They've won 5 of 6. But they've also played, like, looking at their schedule, some teams in some very advantageous spots, like teams off of no rest, teams that have injuries, which technically the Kings kind of fall into this bucket again too, but teams that are kind of in obvious fade spots like the Lightning were when they just played them 2 days ago. But now you get a Kings team that they've still been playing really well defensively over these last couple of games, even though they're losing them. It's more the offense hasn't really been there, and the Panthers sneakily have been giving up a lot of high danger chances the last couple of games, and teams haven't been cashing in. Ironically, I guess wouldn't it be ironic if the team that's been the victim of some very harsh luck themselves the last couple of games and a losing streak comes into Miami or Sunrise technically and gets done? I think it is, especially because you kind of know you got to be a little more aggressive. You know you can't sit back and play Kings hockey in this one because you need to find offense somehow. You're not going to get lights out goaltending in all likelihood from Forsberg or Copley or whoever you choose to suit up in net. You got to be on the front foot, especially on the front end of this back-to-back. You want to go and get one. I think this is the one they do. And for what it's worth, too, with everything going on, Panthers are heating up. Kings are a little injured, of course, and they've lost a couple in a row looking decently bad in doing so. Probably should be a little fatter than plus 120. Probably why. Okay. Going to turn out this way.
The only thing that scares me about this one is the Tarasov goals allowed square.
Yeah.
But again, at this point, might be a good thing.
Could be, honestly.
Might be a good thing because the sharp plays for those squares just don't hit. They just don't hit. So it might actually be a good thing.
Yeah.
To be honest, but he's coming off of giving up 6 goals in his last start.
Yeah, in Colorado.
Really bad. Really bad. Okay. Taking the Kings on the ML on the ice. W Chat, W Jovan. W No Whack Packs get involved on a 35 stream streak. Let's cash, boys. We be fucking cash.
It makes you feel any better about that square. He did give up 6 goals, but he also had 36 saves.
Damn.
They were wailing on him.
Yeah, they were just
okay.
ripping puck.
Yeah.
They're ripping puck?
Ripping.
All right. One more day for the Krabs hockey ban. Yep. And it's probably going to save me some coins on that Tarasov goals allowed square. W's. This is why you put these bans into place, folks. Okay? Cannot wait to see the polar bear pancakes get served at the Inner Harbor for Goots.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm going to be mucking.
Man.
Dude, so you're going to ask for some polar bear pancakes? Polar bear pancakes. I say that 3 times fast.
Yeah.
When you get home for Christmas, you can ask
yeah.
your mom to make some polar bear pancakes.
Well, that's my daddy's the chef, but yes.
Sure.
Polar
Yes.
pancakes.
Polar bear pancakes.
I don't know how he's going to make those in those shapes, but
Oh, he'll do it.
we'll love to get a Snapchat of that.
I'm sure there's polar bear like things you can buy that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Big Meat Pete.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
truthfully.
2 more days of work and then off till Jan 5th. Can't wait. Big Cheesy, you've earned it, man.
Let's go.
You've earned it. I know a lot of people are off for the next couple weeks. Deservingly so. That's good. Put in some work. Get to relax over the holiday. That's a W. W. It's good, Big Cheese. Attaboy. All right. Awesome. W straight bets. We move and groove and talk about some prize pick squares.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Got a couple that I like for today. A couple prize pick squares I've been eyeing. Starts out with Mr. Tony Sterner. Tony Sterner, big name in the kicking game here. Tony Sterner, potentially an NFL guy. No, I'm making that up. I don't really know.
I know. That's why I was laughing.
Tony Sterner here. He's the kicker for ULL. Bless his heart. And he has a 3.5 PATs made square up there for the Cajuns. The chart I wouldn't say is super weird. I mean, it's a little bit green, but that's not really why I'm taking this square. I'm taking this square because I think Delaware dominates this game. I think Delaware from first kick to final whistle until the fat lady sings. I think Delaware dominates this game. I think you see a little school down on the East Coast in Delaware who just got called up to the FBS this year. I think they finished their first inaugural season strong. I really do. I think Mini Coochie dominates, and I'm not expecting ULL to match. I don't think they price match guarantee the Delaware offense here in this game. You see them struggle a time or two, and that's why you're seeing this line moving down from -3.5 to now -2. I'm seeing on the spread for ULL. So great sign there for Delaware. Seeing that line moving and grooving. And sure, the total in this game is high. It's 61.5. Well, yeah, if you go look at the recent games for these teams, you'll see they're in a lot of high-scoring affairs. A lot of shootouts, some one-sided games as well, where they're either scoring 50 points or giving up 50 points and getting destroyed. Either way, they're in a lot of high-scoring games. Well, in a bowl game, their last game of the season, a lot of moving parts. I don't think the Raging Cajuns are coming out hot. I don't think they come out strong. And looking at that spread trickling down from 3.5 to 2, I'm willing to bet we don't see Tony Sterner kicking 4 PATs. Maybe 3, probably 2, could be 1. Probably not going to be 0, but it's certainly not going to be 4+. That I can tell you. Mr. Tony Sterner, he might kick a couple field goals if they drive out or stall out on their drives, but he's not kicking 4 PATs against the Blue Hens in this one.
Only Krabs, man.
Yep. Mr. Tony Sterner, welcome to the Thunderdome. And then Caleb Walker. Already talked about this one a little bit. Caleb Walker on Air Force. Caleb Walker and Air Force have probably their toughest matchup of the season. Caleb Walker, the junior from Missouri, he's going to have his hands full, to say the least, in this game against a defensive machine in the Aztecs. Good fucking luck, boys. You're going to need it. This Air Force team is bad. They're bad. And Caleb Walker has been up since yesterday on the pop tab at 9.5 points since literally before this time yesterday. He's been up here on the boards. And Caleb Walker leads this team in points. He's the best player on this team, junior, veteran, best player offensively on this squad. They're not hanging that square up for you for 48 hours for the more than to turn green. Looking at that chart, Jovan, plain and simple. So I think you could also see Cam Sanders, who was his team's best player the first couple games of the season, the freshman. I think you could see him step up a little bit in this game. The guards, I think the guards have a better chance to go out there and splooge. These big men for Air Force, Caleb Walker, Lucas Hoban, Eli Robinson, they're going to have a tough time against this Aztecs defense in a game I'm expecting to be extremely boring, extremely low scoring, a blowout. Air Force not going to keep this one close whatsoever in a low scoring affair. So go ahead and give me the less than on Mr. Caleb Walker's points.
Good in shambles. An absolute shambles.
Nah.
Nice Williams, welcome to the show, bro.
Welcome to the show, Nice Williams.
And you know what would have been incredible for Anais, being that he's going to be the starter next year? Some bowl game reps.
Okay. Nah,
Some
he's
bowl
good.
game reps.
He'll be all right. We'll get some reps and practice in chilly cold in South Bend, Indiana.
Certain.
That
Wait,
sucks.
what is going on?
Jadarian
Jadarian
Price
Price declare for the draft.
declare for the draft.
Wow.
So the top 2 running backs off the board are going to be from Notre Dame. How about it? That sucks, man. I really thought he would stay and just muck
Should, dude.
and then go first round next year.
Yeah.
Really should have.
I mean, he's probably thinking he might go first round this
I
year.
mean,
too.
yeah, he might. He really might. He really might.
Probably more like second round, but
Yeah.
Moose.
Well, as long as none of them go to the Steelers, I'm good.
well, it's not like they're sacking up and playing in a bowl game for the kids either. So
No showcase.
Hopefully the Steelers don't like that and don't draft them. That'd
you
be
feel
great.
bad for the kids, Goots?
What do you mean? You think they didn't all decide together?
Not the players on the team. I'm talking
Yes.
about the kids, the fans.
Oh,
I feel bad for the kids, little pale, little redheaded kids, fans of the Irish, fans of the Leprechauns. You feel bad for the kids that they're not going to get to witness their college football team playing in a bowl
they
game.
get to throw on Carson Tout every couple days, so I think they're okay.
All right.
Yeah,
That's just.
I, for one, I feel a little bit bad for the kids.
I think they're okay.
I feel a little bit bad for the kids. Haven't talked about it a ton, but certainly a me guy move from the Irish. Sitting out. Was it the Pop-Tart Bowl?
Yes.
They don't want to go play in the Pop-Tart Bowl for the kids?
Oh, the humanity.
Kids.
We didn't want to go eat strawberry Pop-Tarts. Think of the children, Krabs. It's like
I'm thinking of the children.
Yeah,
they're going to be pretty pissed.
no,
they
they're
can't see
not.
their Notre Dame
It
team.
is.
No, they're
dude.
not. They don't want to. They don't
You know,
want to see.
after the Pop-Tart Bowl, they cut up a giant Pop-Tart.
Yeah, Marcus Freeman ain't doing that,
The
man.
kids
He's
would've
locking
loved-
in. He's locking in for the
The
offseason.
kids would have loved to seen the Pop-Tart cut up, sliced up, given to the players. For the kids.
I don't care. The kids don't care. We're ready
I
for
think the
next
kids
year.
care.
We're ready for next year.
Kids for sure care.
I think
They
the
don't-
kids care. The kids are probably livid.
They don't care.
The kids are probably pissed.
Live
No.
Some might say the Irish ruined Christmas.
No.
it.
No.
Some are saying it.
They might have. They
Okay.
might have ruined Christmas.
Let the Hokies take their spot, man. They got more heart.
So much heart.
They got way more heart. All right. Yeah, the Pop-Tart Bowl does get kind of weird at the end when they start cutting up that giant Pop-Tart. Because the whole game, they've got like these giant people in these Pop-Tart suits. They got like 10 of them around the stadium. They had one on top of the stadium last year. I don't know how they got him up there, but he was on top of the stadium. They had a drone filming him. And then at the end of the game, you see a giant toaster and a giant Pop-Tart get shot out of the toaster. And it's like one of the guys you just saw in a mascot fit sliced up.
That's
It's kind of weird, to be honest with you. It's like
really.
cannibalism. A little bit of cannibalism going on in Pop-Tart
Richie's
Bowl.
chat is just unreal.
Yep.
American cultural event.
It
Yep.
The
is, dude.
sacrifice.
It really is.
A literal Chiron drone filming the Pop-Tarts. Flipping Jimmy. Yep. What's your guys' favorite Pop-Tart flavor?
You say anything other than brown sugar cinnamon, you need to be
Yeah,
burned.
just about to say
Oh, that's a
brown
good
sugar.
one, but
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm
That's
going
the
number
goat.
one. I'd probably
I
go.
wouldn't expect you to go number one.
I'd probably go blueberry.
See, like, what are we doing?
I'd probably go
dude?
blueberry. I'd probably go blueberry. The cinnamon one's good.
Blueberry?
I don't like the hot fudge sundae one. That one's dry as hell. You gotta dip that one in milk or something. I personally don't eat milk because I'm a grown up. What strawberry OG? Yeah, the blueberry one is goated. If you guys haven't had the blueberry one, it is
Dude, that's just like, that's the most
a
out of left field
a warm
option.
blueberry Pop-Tart, elite.
Ketchup Pop Tart.
Ketchup.
I would eat it. Or you could just put ketchup on the Pop-Tart. Ugh, I don't know. I can't even roll with that bet. We got Sade getting involved. He says s'mores. Sure.
S'mores is good.
The s'mores one is very good. Great call. Great call there from Sade. Okay. Yeah, I don't eat milk like lightning because I'm a grown-ass man. Grown-ass men drink water and beer and wine if you're cultured. They don't drink milk.
Dude, Rav was guzzling
Yeah, he was.
over there. last night.
Because Krabs forced him to.
Every time
Yeah.
I looked, he had new full glass coming to the table.
Yeah, he was absolutely gargling
Gargling.
red wine last night.
We're all gargling.
Yep. Not a big Special K guy, Rito. I'll be honest.
Like
Some
special,
shit my mom eats for breakfast.
special
Okay.
K with the strawberries in it.
Mm.
Kind of gas. I'll
Now, are the
say it.
strawberries in the box of cereal, or do you have to supply the strawberries yourself from the
Well,
fridge?
no, they're in the cereal. They're like
How-
they're like the freeze dried ones.
That's where you lose me.
No, those are good. Trust.
How do they get a strawberry to stay fresh, not in the fridge?
Freeze dried. It's not like a regular. It's not like
Yeah,
a
but
fresh strawberry.
I'm not a fan.
It worked.
I'm
It's
not a fan.
That's it's a process.
It's a normal thing.
I need to look into the logistics there because I'm just not seeing the path of a cold, wet fruit, dried out, frozen, but not even frozen in a freezer, frozen just in real life on a shelf in a grocery store, and then you eat it. I don't know if I'm there.
That's like
I don't know if I'm there.
I can understand like not messing with it.
Yeah,
just like it's a normal. I'm shocked you haven't like heard of it.
I don't think I would eat it.
Gas station grapes, that's fine.
Yeah, but gas station grapes.
At least they're fresh. They're fresh. They're cold. They're wet.
Where's the produce coming from?
They're fresh. They're cold. They're wet. They're not freeze dried. There's no chemicals.
Racetrack getting those grapes?
I don't know, but it's probably from a cleaner, safer place than wherever they're freeze drying strawberries to put in cereal.
That's a normal process, though.
No.
Yes, dude. They have freeze dried 50 times the fruit. It's not like it's the only one in the cereal.
I feel like you're ruining the whole point of the fruit, which is supposed to be health benefits.
I mean, if you're eating cereal, respectfully, you're not eating it for that.
Yeah, cereal's
all cereal is horrible.
Cereal is one of the fakest sharp foods you can eat. It's like extremely unhealthy and forced down our throats from Big Breakfast. I'll say Big Breakfast has forced cereal down our throats for years, and I'm on to it.
Who is
now they got the Kelsey brothers.
Who is Big Breakfast?
Literally Kellogg.
The big name guys. Whoever makes Cinnamon Toast Crunch, whoever makes all these cereals. Lucky Charms, Big Breakfast, I'm on to them.
Big Breakfast.
If I get taken out, if you don't see me on this show tomorrow, you know who did it. It's Big Breakfast. It's probably Mr. Kellogg taking me out. Yeah, it's now you got the Kelsey brothers acting like idiots on their commercial selling cereal. Might as well be selling crack. Might be worse.
I can't.
Might be worse.
I just can't with Krabs.
I'm out on Big Breakfast. I'm out.
Out on Big Breakfast, but in on gas station grapes.
Let's get to your squares, Jovan.
Let's talk some squares, man.
Thank you.
Taylor Bowen. That's the guy I want to talk about for Alabama. One of the reasons why I think it's a little different than a Utah State is not just because they're Alabama, but if you look at Taylor Bowen, FSU legend, by the way, but he's had a rough go of it relative to like this number pretty much all of the year. But the difference is when you look at Alabama's schedule, not only are they facing like pretty much a murderer's row, not just of really good teams, but of also like teams with really good interior defense, which is why like if you look at what he's done so far for a guy who's 6'10", it's a lot of strictly shooting the three ball, and he's capable of doing that. But he hasn't really done anything inside. That's because they've played St. John's, Purdue, Illinois, the Zags, Arizona, and you can even throw in the one unranked team out of this that I would put in that is Clemson. That's also really tough in that fashion. So he hasn't had like any real layup matchups other than maybe one or two that like UNLV or maybe Maryland could count as that. But like he always gets into foul trouble, which is a concern when talking these squares, but it's always because he's fouling guys that are more physical, bigger than him, or even like the same size as him. Today, I think not only is foul trouble probably not going to be as much of an issue, but he's probably going to be able to get some inside volume because USF, one of the reasons they play so fast is because they play four guards. Isaiah Nelson, I would assume, is going to be on Aiden Sherrill, who that can match up well because they're the same size. The guy who's going to be guarding Taylor Bowen is probably 6'5". Yeah, at the tallest. So like, he's got easily the biggest and most advantageous matchup on the floor, which is also why I'm sure a square that also tickles your gyms. He has a random 5.5 rebound square up that I think is fully or pretty close to it red. He's going to have to be in there on the boards because that's the one matchup there. And I also think he's going to be able to get to the rim because he hasn't really been able to against any team that's the same size. So like, any time that he's on the floor, the best matchup is going to be with the ball in his hands, which when you have a game with a 180 total, kind of just run the ball square, trusting that read there.
Okay.
Then the other one, Tyler Tanner, 1.5 threes. Notice this about Memphis, even though I do think that they might keep this game close. I kind of got close to taking them in this game against the greatest team of all time. I assume you would. I hate fading Vandy, though, and I hate backing Penny, especially because they just faced Louisville, who is a somewhat similar team. They jack a lot of threes, just like Vandy does. But I've noticed the same trend in a lot of the three-point volume they give up because they're a god-awful three-point defense. We know that. But weirdly, like none of it is in the corner, which means it's a lot of off the dribble. If you look at like their chart against like Louisville made 18 threes against them. Only 3 of them were from the corner. And like the Baylor, I looked at Baylor's. It was the same thing. They didn't make as many threes. They made like 11, but only one of them was in the corner. So like it's all wing and above. That's where Tyler Tanner shoots all of his threes. So like he just went 1 for 7 in their last game, which was I think his highest volume in quite a couple games. I think he's going to bounce back in another game that's probably going to have a lot of points, a lot of threes, golden matchup to do it. I think he's going to bust.
Okay. Damn. Some big PLL bombs being dropped in the chat here from Ron. Ron could be the next Adam Schefter of the PLL if he wanted to. I'll say it. Defensive Player of the Year, Gavin Adler signs a 3-year deal with the Water Dogs.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow. If you can't beat him, join him. Right, Ron? Confirmed Big Breakfast just committed to VT Krabs. Does that sound like a commit?
Big
Breakfast.
I think it's on paper.
We got a couple crazy names for kids committed to VT this upcoming year. We got Messiah Mickens, stud running back, 4-star, who's supposed to go to Penn State. Messiah, what a name. We got this guy, this O-lineman, I forget where he was originally committed, but his nickname is Purgatory.
Nah.
Yeah, big dude named Purgatory. I'd probably just call him Purg.
Big Purg.
That sounds like Perk, right?
Yeah.
Kendrick Perkins. I'm excited to see Purgatory out there on the field playing. He's supposed to be elite. We'll see. I mean, those names just don't grow on trees. Purgatory. Probably not on the birth certificate, but that's okay.
Just put more on
That's okay.
the board.
James Franklin confirmed big breakfast guy.
I don't think he is. I think he's actually a little ahead of his time there. I think he's more of a lunch guy. Lunch Winfield guy.
Well, you're fading lunch.
He feels like a guy who has same like breakfast routine every day.
Said the same breakfast for 30 years.
Yeah, like he wakes up, black coffee.
He doesn't have many hobbies. So he's made that very clear. He's probably not cooking.
I feel like he's a huge breakfast guy.
Well, I got a couple spots in Blacksburg for him, a couple diners. I got a Waffle House right across the street from campus, very blue collar. Also, I wish I thought of this earlier in a game I liked Memphis in. Certainly a game that we could see some points in this. So it might not be a good game for less thans. But if you were to take a less than in that Vanderbilt-Memphis game, you know who it would have to be. It'd have to be former Hokie Tyler Nickel.
Okay.
Tyler Nickel's coming off of a 30-point game.
Yeah.
Against Central Arkansas. He's coming off of his best game as a college athlete.
Wow.
Yep.
My
he went
God.
off. And now he has a 2.5-3 goblin and a 12.5 points square.
My God.
So I'll tell you right now, that less than will be locked in with something. Okay? On his 12.5 points.
Okay.
Dubs.
Okay.
Dubs. Krabs are both of your squares less thans. You're goddamn right, Say. You're goddamn right. And I do have the link to the Sharp Report 4-man here if you guys want to tail it.
Krabs averages like 0.5 less thans per week. Or 0.5 more thans per week.
Yeah, I mean, you're lucky to get one.
You get one every 2 weeks.
Yeah. Yep, and then it loses, and then I go back to not taking them. Yep. It's the price I pay, man. I can't sit up here and talk shit about overs and more thans and then expect them to hit. So that's what I signed up for. Okay. Another less than I've locked in recently that's looking pretty good. Shador Sanders, less than 8.5 passing touchdowns on the season.
Why would you say that, Krabs?
I'll say
like,
it.
That's like when you were talking about Judge before he started going
convenient
nuts.
you say that because I locked it in with Aaron Judge, less than 49.5 home runs for the MLB season. And I'm looking at it right now. It's looking like a really good lineup. Really good two-piece. Really good two-piece. I mean, I locked it in before Shador's last game. He had 0 touchdown passes and 3 interceptions. So pretty good start, I would say.
Great start.
For that lineup.
God, see, like you can't say anything.
They played the Bengals the last week of the season.
I know.
Yeah.
You cannot say a word with that game looming.
Okay. Well, they have 2 tough opponents coming up, though. Bills. Pissed off Bills. And who else? Steelers. Their defense is starting to look better. Yep.
Bills defense is not quite scaring me.
Well, yeah. And they're coming off a big win.
And you know what? They're plus 10. And that plus 10 is going to hit with ease.
Yeah, probably. Probably because I took the Browns last week. Okay. All right. Well, if you guys want to tail the Sharp Report 4-man, the link is in the chat. Drop it again for you guys. And I'm sure Goots is dropping that puppy in the YouTube chat as well. Yeah, Rito, Keldon Johnson was sharp, right? Rito, you've hit every play you've ever given out, right? All tracked, all completely transparent, right? Rito, you've hit every single one. That's that Gamecocks education down there.
Sure as fuck don't be hitting shots in 2K.
No. That's South Carolina Gamecocks education.
Rito, stop going up for meter dunks, man. I'm tired of it. Shit never goes in.
All right. Awesome. Let's do some look ahead lines. I want to take a peep at some college football lines for the weekend. Honestly, I want to just look at the playoffs. Look at the playoffs for this weekend. We'll talk about the weekday college football games on the show the rest of the week. We got BTL tomorrow. We got BTL Friday. So we'll talk about those games on those days. For now, we talk about these playoff games on Saturday, and we can start out with Bama and Oklahoma. Bama, little public here on the roads. Are we surprised? Probably not. It's still Bama, right? I mean, Oklahoma finished the season pretty strong. I do feel like nobody thinks this Oklahoma team is good.
Yeah.
Which I don't think is fair. I think they are good. I think Venables is getting some disrespect this year, chirping other coaches, and he's looking like an idiot. Mateer's been hurt the majority of the season, playing through injuries, having to sit out a little bit as well. This Oklahoma team is better than the public thinks they are, but are they good enough to beat Bama? I don't know, because that's some line respect for Bama on the roads in Norman as favorites. I know it's Bama. I know they're probably going to get a little more respect on their lines than they typically, other teams typically would. They get the Yankee tax on their lines, right? But they're coming off a loss, and they are favorites on the road against Oklahoma, who has quietly won 4 games in a row to close the season. I'm in a little bit of a pickle here. Part of me is thinking it's Bama. They're coming off a loss. They're favorites on the road. Weird line. And I think we can all agree that it's a little bit weird to see Bama as a favorite with how they closed out the season. They're coming off a loss in the SEC Championship. Maybe you can make an argument. While they're in the SEC Championship, Oklahoma is nowhere to be found, so that automatically makes them better and they should be favored. So I hear both sides. I do. But part of me in my gut, deep down in there, I really do think Oklahoma gets zero respect and people think they're bad, and part of me wants to take them. I don't think my body will let me do it because they're dogs at home.
Yeah.
And they're the 8th ranked team compared to the 9th ranked team, Bama, and they're dogs against the 9 seed. So this is probably, unfortunately, a stay-off spot for old Krabs. It's probably just an under with that total at 40.5. It's probably just an under. A lot of guys played on Sundays in the future on that Bama team, and we know Venables can play some defense.
Really can.
It's probably just the under for me. Jovan, what are your thoughts on Bama versus Oklahoma?
Yeah, it's tough to beat a team twice. Talked about that all leading up to the SEC Championship. So that's part of the reason I honestly don't think the line is too weird. Right. Everything with what you said. I mean, what were they? -6 when they were playing Oklahoma at home, and
6.5.
Yep. Shout out Trent for that whale. But kind of want to stick to what I've been talking about. Ty Simpson is not good at football.
Okay.
And truthfully, this Oklahoma defense is probably better than the Georgia defense you just faced. And I think nobody thinks, because nobody likes Oklahoma, but just like you were talking about. But I think also, as they've started to play better over the past couple weeks, better with an asterisk, they haven't been that much better. They've been winning games. They've had a layup of a couple of opponents, but Mateer's also had time to get healthier over those last couple weeks because he hasn't had to do much. Plus, you've had the layoff now in between the regular season and this. I think he's going to be fine. I think Bama's done in this one. I want the Sooners.
Okay. I think I lean that way with you as well. Probably prefer the under. See myself betting the under in this game. If I had a gun to my head in GTA, I think I'd be with you on Oklahoma. I don't know if I'd be able to place it because, like you said, it's hard to beat a team. It is.
Yeah.
It is. But nobody's giving Oklahoma the light of day. They're getting no respect.
No, dude. It's all the excuses for Bama that they've had a bunch of guys injured in the SEC Championship, and that's why they got blasted, when in reality, they were just not the better team by a pretty wide margin.
Yep.
Do it against – I truthfully think that Oklahoma, outside of Ohio State, is the toughest defensive matchup they could get in the first round.
Okay. Dudes, take us to the next game. What do you got up your sleeves, Mr. Goots? Miami and Texas A&M. Miami plus 3.5 on the road in College Station. Texas A&M obviously coming off a loss to Texas in that last game, brutal game. Miami ended the season pretty hot in a weird ACC where anybody could beat anybody, a ton of parity in the ACC. I don't know if we've ever seen that much parity ever in a big conference. Miami put foot down. They finished the season strong. After that loss to SMU, they locked in 4 straight W's in some sketchy spots, and they really didn't struggle at all. Probably a major reason why they made the playoffs, because they were kind of destroying those ACC teams down the stretch. You know, halfway through the season, a third through the season, we were talking about Miami maybe winning the Natty. I remember it clear as day on this show. We talked about them making the Natty. I talked about them winning the Natty. This defense for Miami looked a lot better in the beginning of the season and towards the very end of the season than they did in the middle of the season when they started to struggle a little bit and had their losses. But their D-line is elite. They have Carson Beck, who's shown that he can either lose you a game, throw 4 picks, or he can go out there and win you a game. So it really is going to come down to Carson Beck under center in this game, which is probably not a good thing. But they also have the best skill player in this game when everybody's saying it's KC Conception, who is certainly up there and will be an NFL wide receiver. I think it's Malachi Tony. I think he's the best skill player on this field. So I'll be honest, Jovan, I like Miami here. Maybe it's my ACC bias shining through. If it is, arrest me. Okay, but this Miami team, we cannot forget how dominant they looked at some point this season. And they kind of closed the season like that dominant squad we saw in the beginning of the year. I think they're back. I think their defense is good enough. I think Texas A&M might have lost some of their swagger, some of their mojo, some of their momentum, some of their aura, some of their confidence after they finally lost for the first time this season against Texas to close out the regular season.
With you.
I like Miami.
Right there with you.
I like
can
Miami.
give a fuck less about the ACC, so
Well,
no bias from me, but I love Colin Klein. And I think as a Klein truther, I feel vindicated this year. After, for the first time ever in his scheme, he's actually had real receivers. So, like, turns out they can have an offense with real receivers involved. And now he's gone. He's not coaching this game. And I think he is, not hot take to say, like, the offensive coordinator is the key for an offense, but, like, his scheme is so unique that I think it worked with this personnel a lot more than it, like, uniquely could with another coordinator, any good coordinator. But it was built around his system. That's exactly what Marcel Reed to KC Conception and all of the other receivers have been kind of built into this, whether it's Craver, whether it's the guys out of the backfield, whatever it is. Like, I think this game, I would say on the surface, screams Krabby under be in the first place.
yeah, it does.
This total's dipping below 50. We know how good Texas A&M's offense is going to be. If you're a Miami believer in this game, obviously you probably want to lean a little more into their defense in this one, but I think the Canes can take advantage of him. I think Marcel Reed, not only when he's like without his play caller, but going up against one of the better defensive fronts he's faced all year. They faced a pretty big softball of a schedule, and primarily like the one issue that they haven't seen, or the one thing they haven't seen, is a lot of really good front sevens. So like they're going to be challenged in this game a ton. All right with the Canes.
Yep, give me the Canes. Give me the under. Texas A&M 8-4 to the over so far this season. This Miami defense is cooking right now. They can lock in, limit Texas A&M's success offensively, and I'm not expecting a Carson Beck splooge fest in this one, although I do think Miami wins. I like him on the ML. I do like this under as well. The total dropping down to 49.5 from 51.5. This looks like the freest, easiest over probably of the playoffs. Give me the under.
Keeps dropping too.
Give me the under. I'm with you.
No, they've had some pretty weird squares up for a while in this game. I think for as long as they've had bull squares up. Both of these, I guess Carson Beck's been up for a while for passing touchdowns and yards, and keep taking some Marcel Reed squares on and off that are pretty green. He's been living on the pop tab for, I think, touchdowns maybe. Yeah, touchdowns. This is Krabby on. Trent, bro. You're joking. You're joking.
I was about to freak out. I was legitimately about to just walk out of the studio.
I mean, that would have been really bad. That would have been really bad.
If he was too sick to come into the office today and record all these videos we're supposed to record and do all this work today, and was at Beast right now, I think literal hot fume would be shooting out of my ears right now on the show.
There's a release today. May not be. Cosmic comes out.
Trent, If you step foot in that building and I find out and you were feeling too weak and too sick to come into the office today, I'm going to punch you in the face. I'm going to punch you in the face. Watch out. Because I'm not going to tell you that I know. I'm not going to tell you that I figured it out, that you were there at Beast. But I'll know. And you're getting a left hook to the cheekbone. Anyways, let's talk about Tulane and Ole Miss.
Anyways, I'm going to Bird with you two. Give me an up.
Okay.
Wow. Goots POD, Texas A&M.
Okay.
Goots POD, Texas A&M. Thank you for stopping us there, Goots.
I mean, Notre Dame would beat both these teams. So I don't know why they.
Well, you're not in the playoffs, Goots. You're in the same spot Virginia Tech and TCU football are.
We would so beat both these teams.
Hey, we're playing a bowl. Don't loop us in there.
All right, you're right.
Playing a bowl. Sneakily,
you're right.
One of the better wide receiver matchups in the entire bowl season. I'll say it. That's not even. That's a real comment. Mekhi Lemon versus Eric McAllister, assuming we get him. McAllister's for sure playing. We'll see about Lemon.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. All right. Awesome. Let's talk about this weird rematch. How often do you get a rematch between a group of 5 team and a power 4 team in the playoffs like this? This is probably a first, right? I mean, we talked about Bama and Oklahoma and how it's tough to beat a team twice. All those teams are in the same conference. This is Tulane versus Ole Miss. What are the odds these teams face off in a non-conference game to start the season or early on in the season, and now they're facing off again in the playoffs? That's crazy. Now, Summerall's not coaching this game. He's done. Yeah. He's already in Gainesville, making cringy videos, like Brian Kelly level cringe videos. Ole Miss doesn't have Lane Kiffin, and that probably did not, that was not a clean breakup either, to say the least. Both these teams are kind of in turmoil right now. Both these teams feel, at this point, probably a little abandoned, probably a little shitty, to say the least, which tells me for the guys who are going to be in the game on the fields, and I'm sure there's a ton of opt-outs on both sides in this game.
No opt-outs in the playoff.
Not a single opt-out.
They opt out. They're in the off.
Because Tulane guys are going to go to Florida and Ole Miss guys are going to go to LSU. Not a single opt-out.
I mean, maybe there's like a stray 1 or 2.
Okay.
But like, who's really going?
All right. Well, either way, I like Tulane in this game. They got destroyed by Ole Miss, 45-10, I believe, in that first matchup. I like Tulane to keep this game within the number. I like Tulane to keep this game close within, 17.5 points?
Yeah.
When everybody's bitching about, get rid of the auto bids, get rid of the group of 5 bids, get rid of the JMUs, the Tulanes, let's put in Texas, let's put in Notre Dame, get rid of the handouts, is what everybody's saying right now. And people are saying it because typically these games between good, power schools and the mid-majors have not typically been very close in recent years, right? That's a popular narrative, to say the least, for this playoff. I'll tell you right now, Jovan, one of these 2 mid-majors is making these games weird. One of these 2 group of 5 schools, whether it's Tulane against Ole Miss or whether it's JMU against Oregon, one of these 2 dogs, probably not winning outright, but one of these 2 dogs is going to make a game weird in the fourth quarter. I'll tell you right now. They will. I think it's Tulane. To be honest, I think it's Retzlaff who has a horseshoe up his ass. I think it's this Green Wave team and Tulane that keeps it within 17 points. That JMU spread, which we'll talk about here in a second, is fat. It's fat. It's crazily fat, to be honest, against Oregon. But one of these 2 dogs is going to be barking on the spread. I'll take Tulane. I'll probably take both dogs and go at least 1-1, maybe 2-0.
I think the dog that makes it close is JMU.
Wow.
Say it. Which I don't think this one will be like even if Ole Miss covers, it's going to be blowout from the start like the first game was. I think it'll probably take some time to get there. But like if I'm Ole Miss, like I'm certainly concerned about like pretty much every other team that has any sort of coach, coordinator, anything missing. But if you're Ole Miss, the system's pretty much the same. But it's also like all of these guys are playing for the playoffs, obviously, but you also have an incredible chip on your shoulder from what happened in the whole Lane Kiffin fallout. Like if there's any team I'm not overly concerned about playing in this game with motivation, playing structured, playing within the offense, probably Ole Miss.
Mm.
Like, I think if there's any of the favorites I would like between the two of them, I think it's them. But I mean, this game, I think this is the square over that you get in the first round of playoffs.
Okay.
I think both these teams come out. What do you have to lose? They're in two very similar situations, except they're in the playoffs with a lot of it mattering. And if you're Tulane, usually you play like a pretty tight to the vest type game where you want to run, let Rets laugh a ton. You want to run yourself with McClure a bunch, but you don't really let him take deep shots unless he needs to. You're probably going to open that up pretty early. What do you have to play for at this point? You're throwing shit to the wall. You're huge dogs. You probably shouldn't even be there because there are, frankly, a couple better teams in the American, but you made it there, and Retzlaff's got a horseshoe up his ass. You got a team that's on their back foot with their coach. Let it all out.
Yeah, it should have been Navy, but I digress. Should have been Navy.
Navy might have, I guess, depending on who they play, been a tougher matchup.
Should have been Navy. Shame. All right. JMU, Oregon. You like JMU. You like the Dukes.
I do like JMU.
You like Barnett. You like the Dukes.
Yeah.
And they, unlike the other teams we talked about, they have their coach still for the rest of the playoffs.
Yeah, they do.
Which is huge.
Everybody and everything still in place.
Bob Chesney, he's got his whole squads. Bob Chesney, great coach before he goes out to UCLA and probably takes his whole team. He's got a couple more games in him, or at least one more game in him. Probably going to lose this one, but certainly could be down to bet JMU and the Dukes on the spreads. And everybody's talking about Coach Chesney. They talk about Barnett, who's a great QB. They don't talk about this Dukes defense. It's been really good all year. Been really good in recent years. Been really good for a long time, to be honest with you. And I think they could give Dante Moore some trouble. I really do. Dante Moore is not a great quarterback. He's a good quarterback.
No, I don't understand the draft slurp.
He's good, but he's not a great quarterback. And I think JMU can make this game weird. Yeah. I think Barnett is the better quarterback out of both of these QBs.
Yeah. You know what's really, I guess, the story that nobody talks about? Oregon's run defense is not good. Like, it's out of all the teams, especially like all the top teams that are playing in the playoffs, theirs is very deceptive because their numbers don't look like they're god-awful, like North Texas level. Nowhere near that. But, like, they haven't played any real teams, or they've played like 3 or 4 with them with any semblance of a real rush defense or rushing attack. I mean, and a lot of the other times, like, the game script is flipped against the team that actually needs to run the ball. So, like, their numbers, if you actually watch them too, they're not as physical on the front seven as you'd think. And what are you going to do if you're JMU early in this game, especially? You're probably going to run a lot of Wayne Knight, and you're also going to run with Barnett a ton in the game. So, like, I think early on, that's where people are going to be a little shocked that this isn't quite the game with different levels of athletes on the field. Can't just look straight to Texas Tech. JMU will make this one weird.
Okay. All right. We think some of the dogs will be barking for the college football playoffs, to say the least.
Yeah.
We liked every dog. All right. That's it for college football, right?
Playoff.
Right. Let's move real quick to talk some NFL for this weekend. Real quick. Oh, great. Another primetime Commanders game. Well, not really, but kind of. Standalone is probably the way to put it. Standalone Commanders game.
Yeah, we'll be watching the playoff.
We'll be fucking cashing. Also, the Commanders are fucking covering this game. 6.5 against the Eagles.
Yeah, I feel like that's a principled bet for you, Krabs.
6.5. Come on now. That's a short line. Marcus Mariota. Team's dog shit.
Take a look at those
terrible. Splits. Eagles coming off a 31-0 spanking.
Those splits are just
spanking. Look at these splits. Have you seen a favorite this public, this entire NFL season on Pickett? No. You have not. So, Goots, here's a quick question for you. What do you do when you see a team getting 94% of the money and getting damn near close of the bet percentage as well? What do you do when you see that?
We be cashing with the commies.
Take the spread for the dog, and you go about your day and you make coins. We be fucking cash.
We be fucking cash.
It's the commies on the spread. I know they're coming off a big win. They're coming off their first win in forever. They're coming off their first win in like 2.5 months. Well, The Eagles are coming off their first win in a month, and nobody's talking about that.
Yeah.
Back to normal for the Eagles. They're all good. They just beat the Raiders and Kenny Pickett, who are dog shit, 31-0. Congratulations. Here's your Super Bowl trophy. Oh, wait, they already have it from last year still. Right? But the Commies are going to cover in this game. Okay, they're going to get their lick back for the embarrassment we saw. People forget they were in the NFC Championship last year, and they got skull fucked. Skull fucked. 55-23. Commanders get their lick back in this game, fade the most public favorite of the weekends, and go about your day. Make coins. Take a nasty dog. No way the Commanders win 2 games in a row, right? Their season's over. Well, Dan Quinn certainly did not hear no bell. Dan Quinn doesn't give a fuck if we're eliminated from the playoffs or not. Dan Quinn, that tight black shirt, that tight backwards hat he wears, where his forehead is literally sticking out of the hat. It's so tight on his noggin. You think he gives a hoot about next season? You think he gives a hoot about draft picks? No. Blue Collar Dan is trying to finish this season strong, get some momentum going for his guys.
No handouts.
He's not a handout guy. I know that for a fact. Not a handout guy. And there's a lot of games left in this season. They are not done. Not saying the Commies are making the playoffs. They're mathematically eliminated, actually. But they have some heart. And they showed that last week in a freezing game where they showed a ton of heart. They played with a lot of energy. Expect the same thing this week back at home. Commies plus 6.5. Book it. Book it. All right. What else do you like on the NFL slate real quick, Jovan? What's one game, what's one play that your eye fucking?
I mean, you can stay on that same day, maybe after you get sharp with the Commies. And then I guess, I don't know if there's really a sharper square side in this game, but it feels like the squarer one. The Bears ain't losing.
Wow.
The Packers.
Wow.
They ain't losing.
Wow.
It's where you get your lick back. Fantastic game. Tip
Wow.
cap. We bet on the Packers, and I think I was your meat on table for that week.
It was.
I don't know if we had preview or not, but Packers minus 6.5 was Ma.
Yep.
Yeah, come over to Chicago. About to get knocked. Perfect time after the run game has gotten going ever since and undergoing a little transformation. They played well in that first game. Now you get your shot again. They ain't blowing it.
Ben Johnson legacy game?
Ben Johnson legacy game. This is where he drops Nuck with his best offensive game plan, I think, of the year.
Okay.
Maybe a close second to the Eagles. They just dropped Nuck on them. But Bears, we'll be taking them Saturday night. Then we'll be taking Shador on Sunday.
And then we'll be fucking.
We'll be fucking cashing.
Okay. Browns plus 10 against the Bills. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
We'll be cashing.
All right, I'm in. I'm in on that play.
I don't know if I want you in.
I'm in.
To be honest.
I'm in. I'm betting on Shador.
Oh.
Yep.
Let me ride this out solo, Krabs.
Betting on Shador. Can we get a Goots POD or a Goots lean in the Patriots and Ravens game on Sunday night? The Ravens are -3 at home against the, unbelievable 11-3 shiny new toy New England Patriots. Do we have a Goots POD at this game at the bank?
Why are we favored? Why? It's just, Pat's probably winning, man. Take the ML.
What? No, Goots, you're supposed to say why are the Ravens favorites? They win this game.
Yeah, but it's scary, man.
You had it right in front of you and you fumbled it.
Well, worked last week. Let's do it again this week.
Right. Goots is actually learning from Rav. And he's learning that if you say the opposite of what you think is going to happen or want to happen for your team, you're in business. Rav's been saying the Steelers are dead for the last 2 weeks. 2 of the freest ML plays of all time.
Yeah. Now
Goots is taking a page out of the Rav playbook.
Now he's caught on, though, so it's not going to work.
I'm pretty
I
sure.
think the Pats are winning. I'm going to be on.
I'm also pretty sure Lamar is undefeated from weeks 15 to 18.
Damn.
In his career.
What a stat.
Yeah.
Damn. That's a crazy Goots nug.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, I'll be on Drake, man.
We don't know if that trend is even true.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Okay.
Yes,
pretty sure.
And
how many week 18s has he missed?
It's just like but that doesn't add that in there. It's not.
Right.
It's when he's playing, Javon.
I know, but like if you play games,
yes,
like that's a lot of potential losses.
Yeah, and there's none of them in those weeks. It's the same as his record against the NFC. He dominates the NFC. People try to fade that. It doesn't work. So we'll be cash.
Yeah, I'll be in Pats +3.
I like the Ravens in this game. I'll say it. I do.
Claresenberg.
Yeah, I like the Ravens. All right, we only got a couple minutes left. Is Rav hosting the Surge stream? Is he stepping up for the peeps?
I don't believe so.
Okay, he's not stepping up for the peeps. That's okay.
Save it for tomorrow.
We got a squad ride to cash.
We fucking guys.
Dudes, do me a favor if you're around, if you're local, if you're in the area, run that shit. I'm trying to see that train. All right, chat. We got a couple good options for today in the squad ride. We got some college football. We got some college basketball. We got Jovan with a play on the ice, which I wouldn't even be allowed to tail. Kind of suck. And then, yeah, we've got plenty of options, plenty of winners. Where do we start here, Jovan? What is your favorite play of the night?
Favorite play is Bama, but I know you hate that, so I won't force you into that. You can go the under.
Siri, shut up. She's always yapping about something.
Yapping.
You said you want to go the Arizona State UCLA under?
Yeah, we can go with that under.
Okay.
You're doubled up in the gridiron. One of the games is early with ODU.
I'm also seeing 145.5 for that under, which is good.
Okay.
Screw the CLV. Don't even want it.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I like both these football plays a lot. My gut's telling me Delaware, but my brain is telling me Old Dominion. So whatever your thoughts are there, we can put both in. I certainly like that under in the Air Force San Diego State game, probably a little bit more than ODU at this point.
We could go dueling unders.
Okay.
I'm in on dueling unders.
Air Force San Diego State under.
Yep.
Make sure that line hasn't moved.
Ikushi up and moving.
That line has moved 2 points down. It's now 135.5. Okay.
WCLVs.
Crazy steam. Good thing I didn't lock it in yet. Great.
WCLVs.
Are we putting in a football play? Are we putting in your hockey play? Are we just going 2 plays, 2 unders?
I feel like we got to pick one of the plays in the gridiron.
Okay. I think we go Delaware.
Okay.
I think we go Mini Coochie versus lunch.
Mini Coochie taking lunch as lunch.
Yep. So ODU's back up to +4. Delaware is down to +2. Make sure Delaware is actually at that 2 number. Yeah, it is. It's even at 1.5 some places.
Not good, Gally.
Golly gee. You want to go 3 plays, 3 winners?
I think so.
Okay. 3 plays, 3 winners. 3 plays, 3 winners, 5 minutes. 3 plays, 3 winners, 5 minutes for tonight's squad ride. Let's stay hot. 12-4, sure, in the month of December.
Sure.
Let's win again tonight together as a unit. I hope you guys are tailing these squad rides. I hope you're taking them very seriously. I hope you're not getting fat, happy, and complacent. Whatever you guys have been doing for the polls, whatever your thought process has been when you're selecting your plays that you're voting for on the Twitter poll, keep doing it. Keep doing it. You're doing a great job. Okay, you're cashing. Yeah.
You're literally fucking cashing.
You're literally cashing. All right, so 3 plays, 3 winners. Trust your gut. Do whatever you've been doing. And let's turn another squad ride green for tonight. 3 plays, 3 winners. Arizona State, UCLA, under 145.5. Air Force, San Diego State, under 135.5. And Delaware +2. We be fucking cash.
Cash.
I don't know why I think that's so fun. Gav, I wish we had a search stream today, literally just so I could hear Gav say, we'll be fucking cash. I would love a video on Twitter, and I'm asking for a lot here, from Gav saying he's fading one of my plays, and then we'll be fucking cash. Gav, if you do that, I will retweet that in a heartbeat. Okay?
My God.
Con Man coming in with a resub 2 minutes ago. He says, what time can we expect the bowl props? Also, roll Redbirds, big FCS semifinals game this Saturday.
Yeah, they just dropped some squares.
Okay.
One of the couple that I was looking for.
Yeah, you got 2 games today. Is that overwhelming?
Yeah, honestly it is, especially when it's a game that I don't really know where I'm going. Unlike the last 2 I pretty much knew going into it.
Wow.
And tomorrow's that we're going to, I know exactly what I'm taking. But
I do like ODU. I mean, as you know, I just gave that sell job. But you could take that fake Heineke knockoff Heineke reception square from you for ODU.
I was staring at that. That's been up for a little bit. I want to take his rushing yards too because he's Lamar.
Wow.
They put that up, and that's been bumped up fat.
Damn.
But he cannot throw the ball. Neither quarterback in this game can throw the ball.
Yeah. Yeah. Quinn Hennicle.
Yeah.
I mean, people forget Taylor Heineke went to ODU as well.
Yeah.
You got Heineke and Hennicle
connection out there.
Heineke and Hennicle. Also, you're telling me the Colts would rather roll out 45-year-old AARP member Phillip Rivers, who looks damn near 300 pounds. That's okay. Slow as molasses. Than Taylor Heineke? They'd rather roll out old man Phil. Sure, he's probably a future Hall of Famer. He's also slow as hell and old as hell.
He knows the offense, Krabs.
I know he knows the offense. I've heard the stories. He's running the same offense as the high school team or whatever he's coaching. That's just a ridiculous line. You're telling me they'd rather go with old man Phil than Taylor Heineke with all the magic we've seen out of that kid?
I mean, they were, a last-second kick away from beating Seahawks in Seattle.
You're right.
I mean, not that he lit up the scoreboard or anything, but
you're right.
At least he knows how to manage the game in the way that they want, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. Anthony Richardson cleared from the IR and he's still benched. Wow, that's not
See, like that is ridiculous.
That's crazy.
He should be played just because what else are you doing with him at this point?
Yeah. Well, they must really think he sucks.
Yeah, which is absurd.
They're putting their potential playoff opportunity here ahead of their QB of the future. They're saying we have no faith in Richardson. We're going to bring back Phil from the grave and try to make the playoffs. That's more important than developing it.
Yeah.
That's what they're saying.
Well, I mean, the second they benched him to start the year, it was pretty clear they don't give a fuck about his
probably
future.
never going to play another snap again for the Colts.
Probably for the Colts, probably, yeah. He'll go somewhere else. It's just like, if you have him at this point, was it really worth going to get Phillip Rivers?
Yeah, I don't know. But again, you're right. They almost beat Seattle.
Yeah. Got to tip cap to that.
Almost beat Seattle.
Team that's about to be, the 1 seed in the NFC after tomorrow night?
Yep. Maybe the Jets will trade for him, Weege.
Yeah. Why not?
Could see that. Goots, what's the squad ride?
Delaware +2, we be cash.
Delaware +2, we be fucking cash.
Cash.
Cash. Let's go, chat. Let's go, Delaware. Little college football squad ride for tonight. W Goots. W chat. Appreciate you guys bringing the energy today. Appreciate the subbies coming in from all the goats. Sade Whiteman, you're him. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Do me a favor, check out the Bookit website later today for an article on my favorite play of the night. Go check that puppy out. Okay? And as a great man once said, we be fucking cashing. We'll catch you guys tomorrow, same time, same place.